Precept 16. Do not collect weapons or practice with weapons beyond what is useful. Practical wisdom is only to be learned in the school of experience. Precepts and instruction are useful so far as they go, but without the discipline of real life, they remain the nature of theory only. Samuel Smiles. Businessman. While the infantry soldier might look to a rifle as his primary weapon of war, in business, our weapons could be considered the tools we use to conduct all the imperatives of running a successful business. Our key processes are automated or augmented with software. That is the plethora of applications we use to develop a strategy and chart the course for our enterprise, manage our human resources, capital, and supply chains, design and produce our products and services, sell and deliver goods to our customers, administer warranty claims, expand our market share, pay our bills, continuously improve our process and systems, and much, much more. Virtually everything we use, from the tools in our factory to our timekeeping and payroll systems, requires software of one type or another. The challenge is that there's not only an overabundance of applications, but also that the marketplace of tools is continuously growing, evolving, and changing. For example, business intelligence can be defined as the process of boosting our company's performance by arming key decision makers with the insight they need to make good choices. Analytical software used for this purpose ranges from single spreadsheets, such as Microsoft Excel, to statistical software packages such as StatSoft or Statistica, to sophisticated business intelligence suites such as those provided by IBM or Oracle. The goal is faster and more informed decisions, yet each choice in how to accomplish that aim has strengths and weaknesses, which must be balanced because the cost of purchase, the learning curve for use, and the ongoing expenditures needed for support and maintenance. In some respects, this is an advantage that small businesses never have over large ones. They cannot afford to let their software grow out of control, so an overabundance of tools is rarely an issue. In major corporations, government agencies, and educational institutions, however, this can become a significant challenge, one that is not easily resolved. We may have a compelling desire to follow Musashi's admonishment and not collect or employ tools beyond what is useful. But unless we have a centralized command and control structure, it is very difficult to standardize on singular solutions that can satisfy all the competing demands that can and often will crop up across the enterprise. This means that in order to be successful, we must develop and ruthlessly enforce enterprise-wide standards and robust change control measures to control the chaos. Anything new must buy its way in to the system, meaning that the business case must be compelling even after we consider the holistic impact of multiple tools to learn, integrate, support, and maintain. Without this centralization, we suboptimize, as most major corporations have done today, making certain departments or functions happy while damaging the efficiency and effectiveness of the company as a whole. For those that have never worked for a Fortune 100 size enterprise, hence have not experienced tool bloat, it's likely unfathomable to think that this sort of predicament exists, but believe you me, it's far too commonplace to ignore. Look to your phone's app store for a more familiar example. Every basic application, such as those that let us use our phone as flashlights, have dozens if not hundreds of competing choices. Now imagine that you download the top 6 apps for everything, including audio, games, family, books, business, entertainment. You'd have a lot of stuff, clearly. But would your phone be easier or harder to use? Would you want or need all the functionality? It's a safe bet that if your phone came with all that bloat, the first thing you'd do is spend a few hours uninstalling all that stuff you didn't want, need, or even intend to use, right? That's what I do. To facilitate the solution to tool bloat, there needs to be a single point of accountability, a sort of tool czar, if you will, to own and control the process. In order to be successful, this must be someone who is highly respected and senior enough to pull together all the right stakeholders, evaluate their needs and desires, and create a consensus on how to proceed. In this fashion, we do not collect or practice with weapons beyond what is useful for optimally running our organization. All this bureaucracy would likely make Musashi's head explode, but business people should follow this precept nonetheless. Even the most complex corporations can embrace continuous improvement.